What is up, guys? I'm at RT2. Hope you're all having an awesome day. So I just got this package in, and today should be very interesting. So this is something that I've been waiting on for quite a while, and I'm really excited to finally be able to have this in, because it's going to bring back one of my dead consoles back to life, which is probably one of the most exciting things that I can actually upload on this channel right now. I've been really looking forward to this for several months. And unfortunately, this has always been out of stock whenever I get to it. So let's see here. Box really taped up. Kudos to the guy from Ohio I bought this from. Oh, nice packing. But there we are. This is, in case you're new to the NES world, Blinking Light Win for the NES. So a common problem with NES is due to the loading tray, which if you don't know how the loading tray works, you insert a game and then press it down. In fact, I can demonstrate that right now for you because my NES is right here. So I'm not gonna actually put a game in here, but how it works: you open this door up, you slide your cartridge in, and then you press down. That's how you load the NES. Due to that, though, you can bend the pin connectors inside of this and damage them, which is a very common problem. That's what they call the blinking red light. Mine's not plugged in, so it's obviously not going to show that. But mine has been suffering from this for ages, to the point where it will not play games no matter what trick you do. Blowing the cartridge doesn't work. Like wiggling the cartridge doesn't work. Stacking cartridges in here doesn't work. I mean, this thing is bricked. So today we're going to finally fix this. I've had this thing for well over a year, and much like it's just a 60s Camaro, I've only had it working for 2 weeks. So even then, I got it and it barely worked. I had lots of blinking red light issues when I first got this thing. So we're going to pop on my POV camera that I use on the main channel, so the audio quality is going to really suck. But we're going to do a full POV installation of this thing. I'm probably going to pull a guide up on my TV with my Switch. So haven't really, well, actually, I can use my phone because I'm going to be using the camera, but I'm really excited for this. I haven't gotten to play this thing in a very long time. I need to get my controller out from the back, so haven't seen this guy in a long time, so it feels good to actually get to hold it again. So, yeah, the D-pad is still the D-pad for the NES, so I really love this thing. It's such a great little controller. But, yeah, we're about to finally pull this thing out and do some work, do some transplanting. I'm going to see if I can find the instructions on how to program it for the correct region. It does not look like the paperwork is in here. It literally looks like the guy that just stuffed some newspaper in here just sent me the device itself. So this is from ArcadeWorks. I did not buy it from ArcadeWorks. I bought it on eBay. So that was it was apparently completely unused Blinking Light Win. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. So we're gonna go ahead and put it down right here. So this is the tray. Like I said, it's just a conventional tray. There's no push down mechanic to it. It's literally gonna be like a Super Nintendo or a top loader. You just slide the cartridge in. So anyway, let's hop on the POV camera and let's get started. All right, guys. So here we are, about to get started. So I have a Phillips head down here. Alright guys, so unfortunately the camera died, so I don't know how much y'all saw, but I have the shield back on. This screw and this screw back here, they were obscenely difficult to get back in. But we're pretty much done with the install. I just got to get the case itself put back on, the top case, and we will be good to go. So that's just the reverse of what I showed on camera, so I'm just going to do that and we'll be done. Alright, back together. It's time to see if this worked. I have a few really good condition NES games to try out. Some of my uncle gave me a while back before we figured out this thing was completely bricked. So really nervous for this because actually I need to find the instructions to set this. I have to find that first, but I'll come back to you guys in a minute. But I just want to show you guys this all put back together. All those case screws are on and ready to go. The shields put back on. The blinking light wind is hooked up properly. We are good to go. So let me go ahead and power cycle this thing, get to where I need to do, and then we'll be ready to play. Alrighty, so I had to do some serious rearranging with the power strip down there because I've got that, pretty much everything you see right here is hooked up to it, minus the TV and the GameCube and 64 kind of alternate this plug right here. But here we go. So I wasn't able to find the instructions how to program this, so I'm just going to send it. So we've got the blinking light win installed in there. So pretty much, like I said, this makes it like a top loader hybrid kind of deal. The game we're going to be testing this with is this copy of Rad Racer my uncle gave me, which is complete, minus the box. It's got the 3D glasses, it's got the manual, it's got the cartridge. He takes really good care of his games, so I thought, what better game to start off with than one that I know has been just taken care of. So, as you guys can see, well, you guys can't really see it, but I'm very nervous about this because this took quite a while. It's very tight on. Here goes nothing. The switch box is set to NES. There goes nothing, guys. Oh my gosh, it worked. Yes. So. Here we go. I'm playing Rad Racer, one-handed. There you go. So that's great. All right, so we got to start. All right, so now I'm going to go pull my copy of Metroid out. I have not going to play Metroid. I bought the game for $20 from the same store I bought the NES from. I have zero idea if it works. Zero idea if it works. I'm pretty excited for this. I'm really happy. It's not an $80 paperweight now, so I'm pretty excited about that. It just sucks I don't have the push down mechanic. I thought that was a really cool thing about the toaster. It's why I wanted the toaster model. Besides the fact the top loaders can't hook up to the composite versus it only has RF. So I'm gonna go and pull my copy of Metroid. I'm really happy. I can't even begin. So we're gonna go pull Metroid out. We're gonna see if that finally can work. All right, guys. So after a while, cut out the last clip, I got Metroid to finally work. I had to hit it 4 times off propane. It's still barely working, but the last test is the game that I've been really itching to play, and that's the original Zelda. I will complain that the death grip is very, very bad on these, so keep that in mind if you ever have one, if you ever do install one on your NES, that the death grip is a serious problem. So make sure everything is good. Great. My Zelda copy is also down. That's also quite extravagant. Make sure that it's actually on all the way, which it isn't, so at least there's that. So this is the game that I had the best luck out of on the... Yeah. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Green screen of death on Zelda. That's just great. My save file's probably gone at this point. Man, I was really hoping if any of the games that I bought from that store worked, it'd be this one. So, pretty much this and Metroid are now both just collection pieces of mine. I am rather saddened by that because I really liked this game. I don't blow in cartridges because that's just bad for them. So yeah, I'm going to have to fight to get this back out. Might go hit this one with isopropyl because this has been sitting for a while too, so hopefully we can get it running. So I'm just realizing after like several hours, I never actually closed out the video with the blinking light wins. So pretty much, just to give you guys just a quick review of the thing, all my games with the exception of Metroid work, so that's huge thing. I'm really happy about that. My Metroid card is either dead or so corroded that not even isopropyl can save it. In which case I'm going to have to possibly use a nail file and, you know, all sorts of other little tricks to try to get that cartridge to come back to life. I pretty much made my decision. I'm probably never going to shop from the game store I got pretty much Metroid, Zelda, and the NES itself from. I'm just glad I have the thing back. It's been sitting on my shelf. I paid $80 for the system when I got it, and it's had the blinking light issue since I got it, and has rarely been able to play anything, really, quite well at all. So I'm very stoked to have it back. Pros and cons. Pros are the system actually works. It's region free now, so I can plug in a European NES game, and it will play it. No problems whatsoever. But the cons are you lose the actual toaster motion, the actual pressing the cartridge down, which I thought was a really cool feature of the NES, because there's no other system that does that. Where you put the disc in, like you put, like, there's no optical disc drive systems. You put the disc in and then press it in. All the systems out there just suck it in, like the PS3, the PS4, and the Xbox One, all that jazz. Or they have a tray, or they have a door, like my PS2 Slim. There's no systems where you actually like put the thing in and then press it down, minus the original NES. So losing that is kind of a sucky thing. It kind of takes out one of the coolest aspects to me of the NES. But it's worth it to never have to really worry about replacing a pin connector or having a dead pin connector anyway, anytime in the future. The other con is the grip it gets on your game is insane. At one point I even had to get, I hurt my arm. Actually, you can't really see it anymore. This finger was swollen a few hours ago because I could not get a game out of it. I literally like messed my finger up trying to get a game out of it. At one point, since my cartridge is up, Metroid is already busted up. I didn't really feel too guilty by doing this, but I grabbed a set of pliers and to pull the game out because I literally just did not have the strength. After hurting my finger somehow, to actually get the game out. Now it seems to be fine. I just really have to pull. I see a lot of people were talking about they put Game Genies in them to hold them in. But I don't own a Game Genie, so I can't really do that. But that hurt. That's brutal. I'm hoping that they release some sort of like hot fix or something like that they can do, or at least some tips on how to get the game out without risking damaging it with pliers and stuff like that. Because I just that's insanely tight. Like, again, it has to be tight to have a good connection, but that is brutal. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a little bit longer video for this channel, but I haven't uploaded on RT2 like consistently, so I'm really happy to have that back. And I'm looking at possibly getting some of these in the near future, some game cases, because I have a lot of loose cartridges, whether it be NES, N64, GBA. My Game Boy games are all pretty much loose, including my my one Game Boy Color game being Pokemon Yellow. So I'm very interested in these. There's a lot of 6. You can get NES, Super Nintendo, N64, Genesis, 32X. Obviously, I have 2 games I can get for the NES. I have 2 games with 64. I don't know what I would do with the other 2 cases, because they do not have any for GBA, which is what I really need. Because I have Stadium and Mario 64 I can do for 64. I only own 2 NES games. Those being... Get my laptop screaming in there. Those being Metroid and Zelda. The other games like Rad Racer, and I have another one that my uncle pretty much loaned me those 2 games. So I have 4 NES games here, but 2 of them are actually mine. So I may get like a couple extra cases for Hayden because he has a couple of NES games. Actually, 2 of them are actually here: Mario 3 and Mike Tyson's Punch Out. He has both of those. And then I have Metroid and Zelda. So. I can probably get Hayden, use this lot to get a couple cases for Hayden to have, since I'm probably not going to buy any of these games anytime soon. Pretty much my NES collection is going to slow down because, the fact that a lot of the games are on the Switch, on the online Switch thing. So it kind of blows because I pretty much made my NES worthless from the start, but I still love it. I'm still really happy to have it back. I mean, I wouldn't have done anything about it if I didn't love it, so... But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to get this edited out. It's 1 in the morning, so I may be able to get this out in time. But if not, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.